Hello everyone and welcome to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/xisuma on the Hermitcraft, looking at the settings here because I turned that down to 10 while we were streaming Legends. Just did a Legends stream, only streamed that for about an hour, so I thought we'd do like a half and half Hermitcraft, half that. Let's go ahead and log in. Thank you for the bananas in chat to Lucro4Gil, Curls of Doom, End of Void Wolf, Liger Gaming, and Spooky Doki. Currently tells me that I'm offline, which I find rather peculiar. Let's refresh and see if it'll update. Because I believe I'm live. Yep, there we go. So checking out Legends was cool. The plan was for me to stream it for quite some time. And then I learned that we're only allowed to show about the first hour of the game. So I was like, oh, okay, change of plans. Let's go ahead. Let's do some Hermitcraft. Do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change the game and the title. So what are we doing? We're doing what we were doing in Legends, funny enough. What day is it today? Friday, Hermitcraft. I forgot to update the go live notification as well. Right, not that that would need updating now. Whatever. Right, done my Twitch stuff. Look at this. Oh, we got loads of ice. We, my friends, need to take some dyes with us. Where's all my light blue dye gone? Oh! And cyan? Okay, so if I were taking dyes, I leave one in the slot. Now, either I've just completely forgotten my own rules of how this works, or someone's come and take it. I mean, I did actually, on occasion, I'm like, hey, come to my base, take what you want. So that's probably what's happened. I've just forgotten. But yeah, all my light blue's dye is gone. Yeah, so, right, I have to gather lots and lots and lots of resources from my various farms. I made a big list earlier of exactly what I need. So, let me find that list. I'm not terribly prepared. I don't really know where to go first as well. Like, the ice is good, and we'll go drop that off near... Well, it's going to be in Impulse's iBuy, who's streaming and on the server. Very cool. So we got that thing to go sort out. Then Redstone is another resource, so... Probably best, because I got so many of these shulker boxes, probably best to actually just start there. Oh yeah, cornflower is another thing I need to go get. So yeah, we're basically going to be taking trips around the server, and I probably need... Oh, that's top secret, better put that back. I probably need like a bit of a talky topic for today or something, because... It's going to be a weird one. I'm just going to be like moving around, grabbing resources, doing a couple of odd jobs on the way. And that's why I'm trying to fish out my flint and steel and then grab some obsidian, because one of those odd jobs was also to maybe build a portal to connect something from one place to another. And we have the means to do that. Yes, we are prepared over here. What I need over at Impulses is some storage. Why not some barrels? I'm always using chests. Off we go then. Off we go. Just ice first of all. I've collected tons of that. The ice farm, by the way. Mwah, chef's kiss. Absolutely amazing. Now that it works non-stop, I absolutely love it. It turned out to be the thing I wanted it to be. Has X explained how the custom Shulker Box Icons work, i.e. icons showing in the Shulker Box? Is that based on block data, says Liger? It's, first of all, you need a mod that allows the resource pack to overlay the image based on the name of the box. The mod's very lightweight. It like does something really minor. It just adds a little bridge for like some of the game's rendering stuff, essentially. So then your resource pack renders an extra image over the top of the shulker box. I'm hoping to get it to work like in the real world, but that requires a mod as well. Where am I going? Like... Let's go to Impulses first. So I was going in the right direction. Huh. X, is there a new skill that you would like to learn? Says Extroid Lord Gaming. I'd like to get better at Redstone. I did some Redstone earlier today and I was really chuffed with what I came up with. I was actually able to make the thing I wanted to make, you know? Funny enough, like, I was trying to remember how you do this thing. And I was like, oh, do you know what? I can't remember. I'll go look it up. And I searched for it, and like it's my video that comes up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did this. Like I used to know how to do this stuff, and I forget. And so I've watched my own tutorial, and I was like, cheers, X. Cheers, mate. That's a handy little video you got right there. Thanks for that one. Ugh. Right, so earlier today, Impulse went and built a new floor just for us because my plan was just to move in on his floor, but once I realised that I wanted to do some redstone, I needed a fourth floor, right? Which this Impulse is still working over here. Okay, apparently it works. So this is like the fourth floor, and I'm just gonna like set up shop here. And I don't even know if Impulse will notice. So didn't one of these have... There it is. There it is. I knew it. One of these had stone in. So I'm going to just come over here. Do a bit of this. Right, and then we're going to put a couple of barrels here. Oh, that's just awkward looking. Okay, and then in goes all the ice. Yep. Some of it's empty. I guess I'll hold on to that bit. Cool. And then we head out of here. Like, and then I'm going to come back here with some more resources. Like, we're just going to do this over and over again. Where's the way out? Is that the little fall gap? That's the... Was there no water at the bottom? Expected there to be water. Right, what does chat say? Did I drop a like? I don't know. What, on Impulse's video? What are we talking about? Hi Impulse, I'm doing a civil war on the Minecraft server I play on, and I want to drop an embarrassing diss track on them like Star did. Any rapping advice? Says Cheesy. Yeah, you know, Impulse here with the rap advice, apparently. I mean, I like... Be proactive, right? How to write rhymes. Get a rhyming dictionary. Listen to raps. Get your head into that space. I don't know quite what to say. Like, I understand when people reach out and ask, but to me, it's more helpful if you like peel back the first layer, because there's nothing there, you know. Like, I'm not really sure what to suggest. Because it sort of sounds like... I don't know. I don't know quite what I'm trying to say. Like... I'm not really sure where to start, I guess. Like, when I found out we were doing a rap and I get to write a verse, man, I just opened up the rhyme book and started like thinking about it. Oh, what am I going to say? What's the flow going to sound like? You know, what rhymes? And you have to just go into that creative space and start doing. I guess for me, something like that just isn't a question I would ever ask someone. But then if you're like, hey, I've been trying to write rhymes and come up with this thing and that thing and getting stuck over here, then it's like, oh, okay, right, like, you know, the more specific question is a bit more like answerable, I think, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, we have this farm, right? And I need to collect corn flat. Let's, Oh, my ears! Ow! Jeez, I'm sorry. I kind of just wanted to put a portal here. Now, if you remember last time I used my camera account, and immediately I'm like, oh, I'm just going to use my camera account again. Like, this time we'll do... No, wait, we won't do it different because it's incredibly slow. Can you see how that thing doesn't actually, like, pick up items? It just spits them out? I forgot about that. Right, it's a little quieter over here. Let's say we're going to put, like, a good old portal in the area. Uh-huh. We'll have a couple of dirt blocks, thank you. I was wondering, how do you plan out some of your builds on the Hermitcraft server? I use test worlds, creative server, all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, I should probably be over here. And, oh my god, it's so loud, it's horrible. Ugh. Need a little bit of volume, don't you? Right, camera account, come onto the server. Need to drink a little bit of water. The throat's drying up. That's not good. I had to help my niece come up with a slogan for her recycling hero homework. I just wrote down all the associated words, says Little Spagbo. That's a good start. Rap is not rap, it's cheese. I like to mold clay, and so I'd like to see your creative process for big projects. Yeah, it's tricky to tell you where like a big project starts and ends. I just have a mind for creativity. Like, when I encounter stuff, I always think about the where, the how, and the why of it, and I'm curious about it in a way, I guess, that means it just, I don't know, maybe it just comes naturally. Like, yeah, it's really hard to tell people how to just be creative, because there's not an answer for it. And if I start to give you an answer, the way I describe... Wait, I'm doing the wrong thing on the camera count. The way I describe it, it will just sort of sound a bit weird. Like, in my mind, it's almost like... Imagine you could have like a grid or a spreadsheet where you write down the variables on one side, the variables across the other one, and you like pick a spot on the map, and then it's like, oh, that's that thing and this thing. Like, a lot of creativity is just remixing. Right, so my camera count is taking a trip to the Nether. And I do not see... Ah, now I see another tunnel. Interesting. What tunnel is that? And where... Oh, right. Oh, ooh. Oh, and there's a... I just saw a hermit go through the Nether. Who would that be? Impulse, flying through the Nether. Okay, let's come over here before this stuff despawns, right? I feel like something's changed. No? Wait. I think the LAs are kind of maxed out, aren't they? Oh my god, this farm is not good. Like, they are throttled by the hopper speed. Yeah. And I can't, like, I can't just swing in here and be like, hey, let me help you for a second. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, I can't even, can I break this block and help them for a second? There we go. Wow, this was designed a while ago. I would probably make this now with, like, hopper minecarts underneath, right? There we go. That's better. That's better. Look at that. Now we're getting somewhere. And they're still going to be chucking it over there, I guess, for a while. Anyway, a little bit of time here. I just want about 2 boxes of this stuff, really. And guess what? We're going to go drop it off over at iBuy. So my concept for iBuy, I'll just let you know now, is I'm just going to, like, every farm that I've built is just going to be in one place now. Like, all the stuff for shopping, I'm just going to throw it in one spot. Jello says, definitely get that feeling. I feel like creativity is seeing something and just thinking of something else. Yeah, that's it. I heard a comment about a band. Oh, it's almost come to me. I think it was Rammstein. And someone was saying something along... no, it wasn't just Rammstein. I've heard it about 2 bands recently. I've just been watching some videos on artists and stuff like that. And the comment is like they're so original and all of this, like, they don't sound like anyone else. With Deftones, it was like, oh, you know, showgazing, nu metal, alternative rock. Yet they just sound like the Deftones. And I'm like, but you've sort of listed everything that existed before them that helped them figure out who they were. And then with Rammstein, I heard this comment of like, they're so original, no one sounds like them. And I'm like, like, there's that, I forget the name of it. There's this song that sounds very Rammstein-y before Rammstein. There's New World Order and Just One Thix by Ministry. Like, there are some serious foundations before that band arrived. Like, and, you know, I'm not trying to knock anyone down. I think Rammstein and Deftones are great. But, like, every artist comes with a series of things that influenced them before. Right? It's like every new sound is a building block on the old one. So if you think about Ministry, if you're like, okay, so maybe Ministry was a big influence on Rammstein. Then who was a big influence on Ministry? And then you go, oh, Killing Joke, right? Okay, and you know who influenced Killing Joke? The punks and the post-punk scene. And so like everything's got this like lineage, like back to a source. Well, is that it'll just keep going on and on and on. This actually lines up really well, this spot. Let's go ahead and claim this for a nether tunnel. It's getting quite populated around here. Look, we got 4 nether tunnels in a row. It's a busy area. And I set up a beacon in here for us to create some nether tunnels, and ironically, we're going to make one straight away. I just need to refine the position of where we currently are. So, with my camera account, you can't see what I'm doing. I apologise. I'm going to go back to where I was. Go back to the overworld, and then just make sure it's like right on the spot with my portal, which it now is. Let's go back to the nether. And then, got to get level with myself. What Y value do I have? 79 on the camera account. I'm going to bring it down to 79. Good enough. Right, okay, yeah, and now we just do this, right? I think I left the corn farm still running. Yeah, and speaking on like music and stuff like that, like I've been listening to a bit of Rammstein lately, just going back to some of their early records, and there was this like picking rhythm on one song where it was like, oh, that is so like a Killing Joke song. I couldn't think of which one it was, you know. But everything has this little bit of influence that came before. It's just how it goes, peeps. Here's a tunnel X pre-ordered early. You missed a trick. Even if it's pre-prepared with the beacon. What's the trick that I missed? I mean, so I set up a beacon so that we could work on another nether tunnel, and you know, when I figured out what I was doing with this cornflower thing, I got to go pick that up. Oh yeah, that's an old farm that I've got. I thought, why don't I hook it up with a portal? My idea is to like sort of tie up all loose threads as I go along this season. And so it was just something that I've forgotten about, and maybe it deserves its own little portal. Why not, you know? Okay. There's a chest. Wait, there's a ruined nether portal. I thought those were for the overworld. Hey, I'll take a new flint and steel, thank you. Fire protection 4 ain't bad. A little bit of obsidian. And a silk touch pick, how very cool. I could also mine the obsidian, but I've got an obsidian farm now, so... Right, if you can hear the sound of me mining, that's actually my camera account, right? Because I turned our sound off. And I am actually standing at the exact... So that ruined portal is kind of like... right next to where we're putting our portal. Interesting. Okay, I'll close that off, and I guess all of this back here gets closed off as well. No longer needed. Oh look, we're out of the beacon range now. That actually kind of helps when you just gotta carefully mine a select few blocks. And let's get that flint and steel going. Bam, that should now hook up. Let's do that, and this bit isn't very secure. I'm not gonna cover up the whole thing right now. We'll at least put in some guardrails, right? Don't want you falling down into the lava. Cool. So let's hop through here. Hey, sweet. Okay, we're back in this spot. You can hear the nether sounds, right? Because the camera account's there. Okay, sleepy beddy time. And cheers, camera account. You've done your due diligence. We appreciate it. You've served your purpose. Prepared, not pre-ordered, says Lucaro. I sang the Lion King, be prepared. You sang the Lion King. JS Linker says, are you still making music? Yep, I am still making music on occasion. Oh, Carl's has suggested that today's TCG announcement would be worth talking about to the peeps. Absolutely. Maybe not me. Thank you so much for using that Amazon Prime subscription. Appreciate you coming in, using that, supporting the channel and what we do here. So yeah, if you go over to Twitter, to my Twitter, you'll find a retweet of Vintage Beef's thread, or a quote tweet actually, to be correct. TCG cards, like you've seen here on the server, you know, it's a trading with one another, playing games. They're now an IRL thing. Like, and in real life, you can buy these cards, which is pretty darn cool, right? Pretty darn cool. I should mention that, you know, obviously Beef's making money on it, and we're all getting our own like little cut as well for giving him permission. I don't know, you know, ads and disclosure and transparency, all that sort of stuff. Like, so you know that's a thing too. But if I weren't getting a cut, I would still be raving about it, you know, because I just think it's fantastic that he's created such a cool thing for all of us here on the server, and then found a way to bring it into the real world. Because, you know, the real world was the inspiration, right? And then, hey, now it's here on Hermitcraft. Like, the card game. The card game's been brought to Hermit. You know what I mean. There's actually a hopper minecart there. I think I did address the transfer speed of this, but it just turned out to not be enough, it would seem. So, like, what's up now? Because I think they just get more seeds than cornflowers. Anyway, I'm gonna, you know, stand here and. Carl says I never ordered anything that fast. I ordered myself some as well. What instrument is your favourite? Says the Rogue. The guitar. The guitar is my favourite instrument, I guess. You know what? Don't I have to give an LA an item, right? It looks to me like I might have not given enough LAs the cornflower here, because that seems to be the thing that's lying around on the ground the most. Yeah, then again, if there's one of them down there... Oh no! It's kind of hard to tell with all those particle effects. It looked for a second like actually it all cleared up. Can this thing, like, end without grass? Yeah, no, maybe not. I don't actually see a lot of cornflower there. Interesting. Let's keep it running. Stand over here. Get some more of this stuff back. By the way, if you're wondering where all this comes from, I've got this system here. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, that thing fills up and then comes back over here. Or does it just do it on a timer? Actually, that looks more like a timer than... Yeah, there's no detector rail, so it just does it on a timer. So it's like, how much can I scoot out of here? It might actually be beneficial if that were a slower timer, because, you know, let's say it's got 2 stacks, it might make more sense for it to sit there for long enough to properly fill up. I'm not entirely sure. This is why, like, when you do redstone on a regular basis, you get better at, like, thinking about those types of parameters, and this was a while ago, so, you know. 5 more subs, then we get a super video, says Yield Envelope. That is true, yeah. Are we, what is the sub number? 4. 4 more for the sub goal today. So Amazing Beef must be very proud, says Everstew. Absolutely. Turing says, music is weird. At some point in your youth, your brain locks into a certain soundscape. For example, I really don't like autotune because nobody used it when my brain locked in. Oh, that's interesting, because I know absolutely what you're getting at, but for me, like, I've really enjoyed watching music evolve and change over the years. Like, I'm always interested in new sounds and what's next, and it can be hard to keep up sometimes. I've certainly listened to some artists of late where I haven't really, air quotes, got it, but I think it's a mindset thing. I think you got to realise that, well, when you realise that if you were just born in a different time, you'd feel differently about the music, then maybe it can open your mind to just enjoying what's on offer, you know? I certainly like listening to some new artists and, like, new sounds and whatnot. In fact, what I listen to most these days is really not like what I listened to in my teenage years, as much as I love that music. What's the shipping like to the UK? It's about 20 bucks. And that's what it cost me to ship it over here. Sorry for not being clear there, X. So you had the beacon there already and you were pre-planned before to come back to it at some point. I was thinking here's one I made earlier. Like how Blue Peter used to do it when they were making stuff. So since you were mining right away, it was the one you prepared earlier. Yeah, but I didn't prepare it for that. It was just, it just so happens that there's another tunnel project that I set up a portal for, and it just happened to be convenient for this one. This is that other tunnel. Got magma cubes in it, of course it has. I have to do some work, so have a great day and fun in Minecraft, the Rogue says. See you later, dude. Thank you for coming by. Have a great rest of your day. The Life of L says they look so good. I guess he had to alter some of the item effects because of the Minecraft Mojang ownership aspect. It's so good after all, of the work he's put in has led to the hype for it all. Yes, yeah, no, that's absolutely why some of the elements changed. Hey, Liger's here gifting a sub to Turing UX. Thank you for gifting the sub, my dude. Appreciate you doing that. Thanks for supporting the community. Penelope says, right, I have my birthday present sorted. If you read Beef's thread, they're not going to be shipping until September. So it is a pre-order. Meaning, you know, buy now and you'll get it later. Funny enough, I talked earlier about, like, not pre-ordering games and stuff. But I guess now I know why I pre-ordered this, because I feel completely different about it. I guess I was making that argument to some extent about a digital product. So if the argument was about, let's say, like a PlayStation 5 or whatever, physical, then like there's a limited amount of them, and by pre-ordering you get yours before others, right? Like that's an angle for pre-ordering that makes sense. But with digital distribution, I can't see myself pre-ordering anything. Like a copy of it will be made available on release. So like, why pre-order? I've been having a stressful day, so this is just the thing I need, says Young Fungus. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're having a stressful day, my dude, but glad that the stream helps in some way. That's cool to hear. The game is shipped from Canada, that is correct. Gamebox stonks, says Lil Spagbowl. Yeah, it's got like it's got health cards with like a pen, so you can write down the value on them, which is a cool little solution for that. And yeah, all the things that you need to play in the game box, and then you can buy booster packs. The boxes, actually, you buy booster boxes there. I think you get 8 packs in each one. It's like 54 cards, if I remember correctly. Which, does the math work out there? Yeah, yeah. Well, 40 is divisible by 8, which leaves you with 14, which is divisible by 7. I'm not sure if the math does work out. I don't know what's going on. You get bonus items for pre-ordering usually, says Shijma. Yeah, and those things are usually trinkets and whatnot that I'm just uninterested in, right? Like I don't need to pay extra money or order early to get an extra skin in the game. That's usually like not what I'm interested in. So I think I know where we're going to go next. Let's go to interesting locations. I can think of 2 interesting locations for us to traverse to next, and that's where we're going to go. Usually, pre-order shave memorabilia like Keepsake, sometimes you cannot obtain for release. Right, they put rarities in. Yeah, again, like it's just like if you imagine some of these things dialed up to the extreme, you'll probably understand like what I look at with these things. Like, you know how games, it's now pretty common for a game to come out and then there to be DLC. Like, I'm not a betting man. In fact, I think gambling is just kind of silly, like, in general. But with a game like Legends, I imagine they've already got DLC for it in the pipeline. Like, that's just kind of the thing now. That's just kind of how it works. Even in the 90s, there was the equivalent of DLC. It was like expansion packs. But I think back then, it's sort of like if the game was successful, they might have the opportunity to, like, give you a bit more. But whereas now it's very geared around business. It's about like sort of building a brand and then getting money out of your player base, that kind of thing. I'm just not into it. I see what it is. So I don't think, I mean, I can say I don't think it's right. But at the end of the day, it's like, where is all this stuff? It's over here. I think I decided to move it around to this side. No, I don't know. Ice should probably have its own thing, and it doesn't. We'll do that. Right. Train of thought. Can we keep on it? Can I actually articulate myself here? Just gonna grab these. Oh, we'll grab those too. They'll all get renamed and stuff later on. So yeah, like, you know, buying skins and essentially the game, like parts of the game are being sort of picked apart and monetized, and you know, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You don't know what the profit margins are for that stuff. Maybe in some games it's what keeps it alive and keeps it in development, and maybe in other ones it's just being like milked to death. Like something like FIFA, for example, seems like a very kind of unfavorable business model for both the player and like making a lot of money for EA. And I just don't like those kind of business models. I think you should pay for a game and enjoy it. I don't like battle passes and how some of this stuff is like psychologically geared to make you feel like you're missing out if you're not taking part in special events and stuff. So when I play a game, I kind of want to play it a bit more on my own terms. So one of the things I was worried about with Diablo 4 was just, you know, like, am I going to be playing this game and like constantly encountering the paywall? I don't want to experience that. I don't know, is the answer. Some stuff, I think some of the item filters might have broken over here. There's definitely something fishy about it. Look at that. Wait. The item filters... No. Ha! I'm clicking on the hopper here. Something's happened to the item filters. We actually got to go up there, is the idea. Shulker scaffolding. Premium scaffolding. I don't know why there's light blue glass words in there, but there is. Oh, I think it's just that some of these filled up. Right. No, they're actually all in good shape. And for some reason there's glass in there. Okay, because there was a bunch of magma creams in one of these chests. Maybe another hermit came over here and just thought they would be helpful and put them in or something. Okay, start here. There we go. Yeah, look, like, why are all these magma creams in? That's what I've been wondering. I've been wondering that. Oh yeah, I should probably place down a few more of these shulker boxes as well, just so we can scoop them out a little easier. And lastly, the Blue Orchard. Is Danny03 here for 5 months? Hi X. I can never think of anything to say in these messages, so I'm just going to tell you that I love your streams a lot. Keep it going. That's lovely. Thank you so much. That's more than enough. I appreciate the message, my dude, and thank you so much for the big 5 months. The Sims is ridiculous. If you wanted all the expansion packs, you'd have to pay 600 quid altogether. Seems like such a rip-off from a company that's already doing well financially, says Everstew. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. You have these business practices that seem unfavourable for the consumer and the player base, and then you have to sort of question, like, what are the profit margins of the company? Like, how do you like create something agreeable? Like, is there a number? Can you say, oh, yeah, this number means it's fair? Like, it quickly... You know, when you put it under scrutiny, it's like a bit of an odd one to try and figure out, you know. But I think the way in which it gets figured out is by the consumer choosing to buy the thing or not. And the reality is, a lot of people just go ahead and partake in this kind of ecosystem, so it keeps getting by. If people stopped doing that, if people were like, I'm putting my foot down, I'm not buying any Sims again, then, you know, that'll make a difference. Oh, it's 4 each. Oh my god. Oh my god. How many of these things do we have? What category did I put this in? Right. Wait, where are they? Yeah. I like, the way I'm going to do stuff is I'm going to sell them in different categories. And I forgot how much of this stuff I had. And I'm half wondering if it should be in a different category. I might revise my little list. I've got it neatly divided up so that I can build these redstone contraptions. There's going to be 5 of them in total, and they're going to allow you to interact with the resources in a fun way. I say fun, like novel. Be fun for a minute, and then you'll be like, okay, I've seen that. Basically. Sometimes how it goes with shopping. It's like, oh, You put your items in the barrels. Oh, wow. Okay. Next. Are they, like, backed up to the barrel up here? They're backed up, I tell you. They're backed up. Dang it. I thought... Oh, my God. How many of these things do I have? There we are. I didn't think I'd have that many to sort out, right? My bad. Sims is now 800 for all the DLC. Oh, gosh. Can't even keep up. The TCG stuff seems so cool. It's a bummer I don't have IRL Hermit fans. Otherwise, I've definitely gotten some, says Dextra Lord Gaming. Well, remember, you don't have to be a Hermitcraft fan to play the game. If the game is fun, it's a game on its own. So, you know, if you know people that like card games, might be a cool way to say, hey, check this one out, right? If they have fun playing it, they might then come and check out Hermitcraft. The real master plan. It's all a ruse. No, no, no. Oh my God, we're actually going to fill up all of these, aren't we? With just those ones. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I might have to... Once I've got all the resources, I'm probably going to have to reassess what categories these things are in. Essentially. And maybe I should put a limit on, like... Do I really need to pick all of this up right now? It was funny because earlier I was thinking about what farms do I need to AFK at to make sure I've got enough resources, and I thought, oh, the frog lamp farm, and now I'm like, nope, that one's good. Okay, let's go ahead and to make transferring all this stuff easier, I'm going to need a few things just around here. Grab that one too. I support games like Minecraft. We brought it, we have it, we play it. Games should be like this, I believe, says Keen's Crafts. Yeah, and we keep getting free updates for like years and years and years and years. How good is that? How good is that? We are spoiled. I get exposed to a lot of angry comments, being someone who covers the updates, and you know what? Like, you've heard me waffle about this a lot, probably, but I saw one the other day. And it was moaning about how Java Edition is trying to kill off Bedrock. Like, it's flipped. Look, it's flipped. I was thinking. Someone's, like, so many people are out there thinking, you know, it's been around for like 10 years, right? Like, I've been playing this game a long time. When Microsoft were going to take over the company and there was the Bedrock thing, oh, everyone's talking about how Bedrock's trying to kill Java. And it just never went away. And whenever I read one of those comments, I'm like, how long have you been like in this community for, I wonder? Because how long can you hold on to that opinion before you're like, maybe they're not trying to kill it, right? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, but you know, I see those comments. But because I see lots of people's comments on my video, I see lots of different opinions. I don't see ones about Bedrock getting destroyed pretty much ever. Maybe I have in the past and like just forgotten about it because it's nonsense. But like, yeah, I saw one just the other day where it's like, oh, look at all this stuff they're doing on Java. They're just trying to ruin Bedrock. And I was like, wow. Like, if you're from the Bedrock community and you don't pay attention to the Java community, I can see how it might look that way. Because you're just developing a theory, right? Based on what? You know, this idea that Microsoft wants to kill part of its own player base and whatnot. I don't know. Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Joe Dragon. Oh wait, Joe Dragon. Oh, I forget because I'm an idiot. The name has been butchered again. Oh, jeez, is that some overlapping emotes right there? What a derp. Oh no, I've got to press that button. Yeesh. Yeesh, bonus derp for you right there. Everstu says, literally, we'll never understand why people who complain about free updates. I'm just grateful. The free update scheme is not a viable business on its own unless the free updates are a side effect of another revenue stream, says Colonel Coffee. And that other revenue stream will be the marketplace on Bedrock, right? I think you could make a fair argument that, you know, they would probably like to monetize Java in the same way, but it's really hard to say if a company is trying to kill a game or something. And for me, the thing that, because, you know, I used to sort of think that too. I used to think that this would be Microsoft's master plan and that. And then after a while, you know, time goes by and you're like, no, they just keep, you know, this is clearly it. They're just going to keep updating both. And it sounds like, after following them for such a long time, what they're saying, like, hey, we're going to keep updating the game, we're going to listen to the community and, like, implement things based on your feedback, and then you see them do it over and over again, and then it's like, they're pretty much telling us what they're doing, you know? There's no big deal here, there's no conspiracy, there's no thing to unearth. Hey, we got another noise in the ear. It's Kenzin Crafts subscribing. Thank you so much, Kenzin Crafts. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there's another beat I was going to hit on there. Do I have enough inventory space to pick up all of these shulker boxes? That is something I had not considered. I might have to make multiple trips this round. I would also like to keep these things here. Right? The potion can go back. As can the rocket. Right, but the other things I tend to sort of keep on me at all times. Maybe not the bed. The bed could probably live in another container for a little while. What am I looking for? A potion? That's not... Dang it! I always struggle to spot the potion one. There it is. Maybe I need to change the colours up. Like, maybe I need to think about it from that angle. Like, hey, if you don't spot it that often, change something about it. Oh yeah, that one is for this. And then that one's normal again. Yeah, like that. Useful block. It is a useful block. It makes sense it goes in that one. And then we want the rockets, right? Maximum space here. And then break that. Very good. Uh-huh. And there we go. It was close, but we were probably a bit over the top with that one. I didn't pick up any magma creams, but that's not actually something I want to sell. Maybe I should just put them into a box anyway, while we're here, right? Ren diggity dog! I had to say it like that just because, you know, just because I can. Alrighty. Evening Ren. Oh gosh, the typos. Yeah, so someone left a comment a minute ago. Oh, wrong way. Someone left a comment a minute ago about being grateful for the free updates. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I read a lot of comments where people complain about what's in the update and all this kind of stuff. And you know, in life, you can take an opinion on anything. You can look at something and you can have an opinion about it. That's the thing that you can do. Now, the end result of that opinion is probably emotion, right? Hey, oh no, that new Minecraft update sucked. Oh, the camel, I wanted something different. Like, or, you know, hey, another Minecraft update. That's cool. Oh, camels are in it. You know, two players can ride on one at once. Not my kind of thing, but you know, hey, it keeps getting updated. Like if you're not tied to what you think, if you imagine like your reaction to something, your knee-jerk reaction, oh, you know, I've seen the new snapshot video and I don't like what they've done. Like if you're able to just step back from that a little bit and just see how, I don't know, these perspectives can be like, you can be a little less attached to them. You don't have to define yourself by those sorts of things. You can kind of step back a little bit and maybe, like, you know, not gravitate to the first thing that you think, but just assess, you know, what the reaction was and think, does it have to be that way? You know? In doing so, you can look at a Minecraft update and ask yourself, because you know, I read these comments, right, and it feels like people are angry when they get something they don't want. Is this worth being angry about? And when I ask myself these questions, I tend to find a lot of the time it's like, no, it's not worth being angry about, right? And if that's so, why am I so angry about it? And I don't know, I just get a little detached from being angry about a computer game feature. and you know, and maybe the more important, the more real things will surface then. Because when it's like, you know, someone you know's been assaulted, or like something serious in life that happens, then those emotions make sense. But why are we getting upset over a computer game? Like, just feels a little bit bizarre. This is my attempt to somewhat organize these stupid amounts of farming that we've been doing. Hey X, is your inventory resource pack on Vanilla Tweaks? Vanilla Tweaks is the resource pack that I use, but if you want my resource pack, you'll have to use the link in the description of the video. It is good to critique, but I feel like constructively I would have loved the golem. It was my vote preference, but I don't think it should be life and death if it didn't happen. Oh, well, maybe another time, right? Says Ken's in Crafts. Yeah, you got the right attitude there. Like, but the thing I think I'm getting at perhaps is people that don't have that constructive edge on it. It's like, and maybe it's a bit of me, but when I read these comments, like a lot of emotion comes through them. Oh, I hate Mojang. They never listen to us, and like when someone says, you know, that holistic statement of like they never do this, it's like, well, you know, I can obviously go show you some examples of Mojang listening to community and making changes as a response. So then I look at it more like you're trying to use that sort of the gravity, the weight of what you're saying as like your emotional punch for how it makes you feel. I see like a lot of like hurt and anger in those comments. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's that we've got to go this way now. It's that sort of response. Maybe everything I was just saying is just about being able to detach that emotional response and be a little bit more rational and reasonable. Some people are maybe just naturally that way and don't have to think about it. But yeah. It will mostly be young kids that play it who have access to the internet complaining. You know what? I don't think that's fair. Like, I think it's too much of a crux a lot of the time just to blame stuff on kids. Like, some kids are really smart and mature. And yeah, when you're that age, you can do and say dumb stuff. But like, in the various forms of community I've had over time, I've seen some adults behave really poorly on the internet. And so I don't think we can dismiss all of that and just chalk it up to like, oh, it's kids. Right, now here's some stuff I'm going to be selling, but obviously I'm not going to pick up everything here. Also, I could sell things from over here, right? These are Corralis's, but then you know what Corralis is like. He'll just be like, hey, do what you want with it. The ominous banners might be a cool thing just to make for sale. I don't know about messing around with the heads. Maybe a head shop at some point. Ominous banners are actually pretty cool. So on my list of things that I'm selling, if I come across something where I'm like, hey, that's way cooler than this other relatively common, you know, item that's just there for the sake of it, that kind of thing. I think I will swap out, let's see. So I've got the list of the more, air quotes, lamer stuff. I don't know which one to swap out. This stuff is just here to be handy more than anything. I guess I could swap out sticks. I think sticks is the kind of thing that you want to buy in... I don't know when you want to buy it in bulk or not. Oh, I don't know. I have to make a decision. It's so difficult. Like, there's fire charge on the list, but being able to buy a whole bunch of fire charges for a project at once is pretty convenient. Like, I'm looking at arrow or sticks. Like, who would ever buy sticks in a shop, right? Penelope Sky, thank you so much for your 8 months of support. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you for supporting our channel over here. What does chat think? Like, if you went into a shop, like, it's got a lot of items, so it's like, it's not the stick shop. You're going to see stuff in there like spider eyes, but maybe, you know, every now and then this might come in useful. Glass bottles, glowstone dust, you know, things from sugar, things from witches. Like, if I'm going to relegate one of these, should it be arrows or sticks is what I'm thinking. Chat, let me know. Girls of Doom, thank you ever so much for gifting a sub to Sin Unsworth. I feel like, dang, there's a name. Sin, I hope you're doing well, man. Haven't heard from you in a while, and now I'm immediately like, we converse mostly over Twitter, I seem to remember. But the fact that, like, only 1 month, like, you've been in the streams before, right, my dude? Oh, I haven't seen the name in a while, and I've just got to, like, remap it in my head. Like, I think we mostly conversed over Twitter, if I'm remembering correctly. And possibly on YouTube comments, but I'm not sure about over here on Twitch before. Yeah, let me know. I'm seeing absolutely zero engagement on my dilemma about arrows or sticks. Zero, it is not interesting to anyone if it is arrows or sticks. Because I feel like if you go into a shop, this is like a like pay what you want type shop. You might go, I'll grab a few stacks of arrows, that's handy. I don't have to fish around for flint and sticks. Like, actually, I kind of feel like both are useful. Maybe sugar's the useless one, right? Drop those sticks. Yeah, I guess I was using sticks for fuel at some point. I remember doing something like that and going, hey, having these sticks from a witch farm is pretty useful. But then later on made a better source of fuel or something. So yeah, we'll replace sticks, okay? Chat seems to now agree. Now I've made it clear to all of you that I was genuinely asking you something there. You know. We got Psychosis Rose here with the Prime. Thank you so much for the Prime subscription. Yeah, Sins, I didn't catch a message from you. Chat did just get busy with tons of arrow messages, so if you posted something... Oh, they were in a stream in 2018 or earlier. That's how far Twitch seems to track messages, says Luke. Luke Rose looking it up. I have kind of disappeared for a while. I drop in and out. Twitter and YouTube were the thing. Busy times building up the music again after COVID totally flooring me. Oh, dang, dude. Money always an issue for subbing, though. Hey, don't worry about any of that stuff, man. Just enjoy what we do over here. Subbing isn't a requirement. Yeah, dang. Some people get hit hard by the COVID, right? I still not sure if I've ever had it or not. And again, recently someone else in the family got it, and it's like, it just always makes me wonder. I'm pretty sure they probably didn't get it like through us being together recently, like whoever we were around. It probably came from somewhere else, but like it keeps coming close to me, and I just don't know if I've actually had it or not. And when I got sick last time, really bad, did a test, wasn't COVID, and I don't know. At some point, you know, I probably will get it myself. But yeah, sorry to hear that it hit you hard, man. That sucks. 0C13, thank you so much for your subscription with the tier 1 right there. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're entertained, enjoying the stream. And thanks for hanging out with me, peeps. We're doing something like deadly boring today, it feels like. But, I mean, it's kind of different. It's kind of nice, actually, just to roam around and pick up resources from all these crazy projects that we've been doing over the season. If you just did 1 test, it might not have picked it up. When I had COVID, I needed 4 tests to be picked up over 2 days already having symptoms. Yeah, I mean, if there's a question of if the testing is reliable or not, I don't really know what to say about that. Like, the testing's not pleasant, but like doing a test and then being like, well, that was negative, let's try again. That just sounds like a bit much to me. Plus, I don't have a lot of tests, so like, not so easy to get your hands on these days. Maybe you already built up the immunity without realising it. That's what happened to me. I never got it, says Kensington Crafts. Well, you know, I got sick in like April, I think, like really bad before you know, the big outbreak happened. And I always think back to that about what if that was it, but you know. Anyway, peeps, you have helped reach the sub goal today, and there is a prize, a reward, a visit from a certain someone from another dimension. And I'm going to use this opportunity to take a little break while you enjoy the fruits of the sub goal. Let's turn it off for the rest of the stream today. And then, what do I have to do? Pause the music. It's a few buttons to be pressed, right? And I think it's all going to go smooth from this point on, right? Oh, there it is. I was taking some notes, peeps. I was taking some notes. Hope you enjoyed that beautiful animation from the puka. Right, because I'm a creative, artistic sort of person. When I work with other people who are creative and artistic, like, one thing I've been trying to learn is, like, give people space to do what they do. When I work with the puka, man, like, it is hard for me to, like, look at something and then not think about how it could be different. And so we have, like, a lot of going back and forth on ideas and stuff. And with that one, I just realized I'm going to get in my own way here. So I said to him, like, have creative license to just make something awesome. And, like, the only feedback I really had was, like, technical. Like, hey, this color value here needs changing or something like that, right? So yeah, it turned out great. I'm so glad, like, that we did it that way as well, because yeah, I can. What's that old saying? You can be your own worst enemy. A bit dramatic, but, like, it's something I've like picked up on, is when you work with artists, like, you gotta figure out in your head where that space is for them to do what they do is. And I'm currently working on, like, several projects with other artists at the moment too, and it's like that lesson has been very helpful. So I think you know, there's a lot of stuff I can pick up here. We're going to do, like, 4 boxes of each. Let me double check anything here is a box resource. No. Okay, so that means I don't need a crazy amount, because some things I'm just going to sell in boxes. Like, you just get a whole box, right? Here you go. Take the whole thing. That kind of Shulker Box shopping experience is what we're creating. Cheesesteak Jimmy's is here for 7 months. That's for always having great streams. Virtual hug. Thank you, my dude. Very nice of you to say. Welcome to the stream. I hope it is delighting you. I hope it's delighting your soul. Jeez, what am I saying now? Listening to my jabbering about the resource gathering, my never-ending stammering as I'm resource gathering, says OXD. I feel like that was like a rhyme. God, that thing's loud, isn't it? Yeah, what are we sorting over here? Just totems, crossbows, axes, and potions of healing. Interesting. Will that ever become useful? Right. Righty. So, arrows we are actually going to sell. We'll get 4 boxes of each is kind of the idea. So if I put these in rows of 4, that would be pretty good. Do we have arrows over this side? I think it was just the witches drops that got a couple extra. Shouldn't there be another one for arrows somewhere? Yeah, this one's closer. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one there. Dang, so many resources. Right, so that is... Oh, no, wait. Don't we need one more? Yeah, this might be more helpful if I, like, arrange this all a little bit better. Beef uses potions of healing, says Angel Witch. He does? Like, on a regular basis? What's that for? Yeah, the sound you're hearing is a note block. Oh, that was a popper behind there. String, another one. Right, let's keep it simple. 4 boxes of string. Hey, thanks for the nice message, Dextro Lord Gaming. Appreciate it. Kenzin Crafts says, I love your conversations, really. I watch them on YouTube, usually while I'm working. You have a really nice, soothing presence. Oh, thank you for the lovely message, my dude. Very kind of you to say so. Hey, Estellion's in chat. Welcome to the chat, Estellion. Good to have you with us. We're going to keep loading up these resources. What are we going to talk about next then, peeps? So you're going to see a lot of this today, just me back and forth moving stuff around, right? You know, now that I know I'm taking like 4 boxes of each resource, I'm kind of thinking I overdid it with the frog lamps. So, like, there's too much here to take everything. That's a good problem. That's teaching me a lesson as we go around and pick up. Oh my god! There's loads of redstone here. I didn't think there would be any. Yeah, no, I should get this now. I should get this now, right? Treat myself to a little redstone. Don't mind if I do. I think there might even be some on this side too. Like, what about? Nah, this one never got any, did it? Let's double check over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the one here. Oh my god! When did this fill up? Dang, we found secret stash of redstone. I get through a lot of redstone, peeps. Like, this is a good resource to stock up on. I never knew. I guess you come over here, open the bottom one, and you're like, a little bit more. Because it ain't a witch farm, is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. I will take it all, sir. How many do I want now? Like, 2 rows. 2 rows of redstone. Nice. Go on, in you go, don't be shy. Yeah, and then some more. What else is here that I need to take? Is witch farm lucrative for redstone, says Penelope? Absolutely. See, this isn't a witch farm, but witches spawn in it. So the fact that it got that much redstone over time is interesting to me. Not selling rotted fresh. I am selling bottles, but here's the thing. I've actually got loads of these already in shulker boxes, I think. So we're probably good to move on from here. Same for spider eye and sugar. Ominous banner. Didn't I say we'd do ominous banner? So let's make another one of these. Oh, these don't... I tell you what, I don't need another one because I can just put that into there. Should have dropped that off back at the base. Okay then, so with that we'll also get 4 boxes of ominous banner. Thank you very much. Bit on the mental side to have so many of these, but you know. It's Minecraft. Stuff like this happens. Much easier to fill up these as well, isn't it? Right, can we pick them all up is the next question. Whoopsie. Every slot counts at the moment. I think they're going to fit. That's my guess. It's a bit of a gamble, though. Sins Unsworth says, is anything happening with your Soulside Eclipse project? I chip away at little things here and there on occasion. But you'll hear more from me later in the year about some musical stuff. Right, yeah, we might come back here for something, but I can't remember what it was. I thought you were playing MC Legends, or did you finish the game already? We're only allowed to play it for like an hour. Once you get to a certain point of the campaign, you're not allowed to go any further, so I didn't have a plan at that point, you know? Couldn't arrange anything multiplayer so quickly, so I just thought, come on, Hermitcraft. You know, just continue with the stuff that I'm doing. The next stuff I was doing was just this. Resources. And now we've got to take them all the way over to iBuy again. I should make some markers. Why do I have so many ominous banners, says Lord Serious Pig? Well, Corrales built a raid farm. I think they need to nerf those raid farms. There's always going to be, like, Minecraft farms that are OP. But every now and then, there's some that are just a bit much. And I think that raid farm is a bit much. And they should really find a way to undo that level of power, I guess. I remember building one in like Season 6. Sin says, that's good to hear, dude. I'll be keeping an ear out for that. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, was it this year or like the end of last year? I published a new track. And that's now on Spotify and it's on YouTube and... It's not on Bandcamp though, but yeah, if I got something, I'll share it. I've made a few little beats and ambient sound things and whatnot. It's like, it's all still there. It's just a matter of time, really. But every now and then, I kind of like want to take an evening off and do something different. So I'll do some music stuff. Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna, do you know, I'm just gonna whoop this all in here and not worry about how organized it is. I'm also gonna go to my note list, which I know you can't see. I'm gonna put a star next to everything that I've gathered so that I don't like lose track. And that immediately just kind of makes it so much easier to look at. Yeah, we didn't pick up any sugar or spider eyes. We did the glowstone dust. Ominous banner, yeah. Cornflower's done. I only got 2 boxes of that, though. Wow, we've got a lot of stuff to bring over here. Like, a lot of the other things on this list, though, aren't going to be as tedious, because we've got shulker box loaders and whatnot. Yeah, by the way, anyone out there who's listening, tuned in today, didn't know I do music, the story is this. Like, the reason that I'm a YouTuber, a streamer, someone who is productive and creates with their time, is because I hit a point in my life where I just realized, like, I need to make something of myself for myself, and that was going to be music. So I started to learn music production, started writing. I mean, I was already writing and playing guitar, but like never taking it seriously, and I shifted gears and I was like, I'm going to focus on this, I'm going to learn, I'm going to create, and I made a record actually, and then I got distracted by YouTube. This game called Minecraft came along, you know, because I still play games a little bit here and there for fun. I wasn't like 110% with my time. I was still relatively casual, but learning to, you know, put time into a craft and learn things and stuff. But yeah, then it all of a sudden just kind of like ended up turning into a career. And ever since, I've never felt like I can give the music the right amount of time it needs. But if you ever want to go check it out, Soulside Eclipse is the name of it. Out Ignesis, thank you so much for 28 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. See, look at this. This is why I could sell sticks. Right, so, box of bottles. You know, we were getting 4 of everything else. I think I might just change that with a couple of these resources. Yeah, I'll probably go get some more sugar and spider eyes. And now... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Everything here is like sticks and gunpowder. OMC Cubes, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate it, my dude. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let me go look at that list again. Like, where am I going now? What else? I need slimes. Huh. I got so many places I could go to. I just don't really know. I think I'll do copper next. I think I'll do copper next. Sticks are one of those bizarrely useful things, says Penelope Sky. They are, but I don't think you think to like buy them in a shop, right? Like, you always want some lying around on hand, but you tend to just grab your logs and craft them into, and then make the thing like torches or this thing or that thing. Maybe if they were used in a few more things, it might be like, you know. Green Anxiety says, can't wait to get my first Twitch sub. That's epic that you get all the time. I got a lot of subscribers. It is a blessing. Yeah. I hope you get your first sub at some point. For me, I kind of always hit the ground running on here because I had a YouTube channel to bring people over. Oh yeah, nether brick is also one of the things that we're going to be selling over there. And I want to take advantage of this kind of colourful scheming. What am I trying to fish out? Like, we need some wood, and I've got several different chests. It's like somewhat disorganized. Let's go ahead. Try and max this out a bit. I believe I've got like a whole more bunch of wood down below that I need to pick up. 1, 2, 3, and then that. Perfect. 2 boxes of this. Got the 1. Got a pitiful second. I was a 3rd right there. In which case... yeah, let's put those 3 down. Yeah, so we'll pinch those, put them in here. Grab some more of those logs. And then that's filled up. Nice, 2 of each. These will be popular though, these ones. Trust. Yeah, one of the things on my list to do, I'm not going to do it today because it's probably going to take like a whole stream. It's one of these things that sounds simple, but then when you do it, it's probably going to be a pain in the bum. But I want to build a water elevator that goes down to this level, but there's also like that spot and this spot. This was just from earlier in the season when I didn't have a plan. It's good to have a plan sometimes, because otherwise you just end up with like projects lying around that you're not really going to do too much with. So these are still running, but I imagine they are out of bone meal. And if we pop down here, we might find, yeah, probably not enough for another, but we'll give it a shot. Because I just happen to have 2 more shulker boxes, so like, let's see where we can get with this. We got more logs upstairs again. No, there's no logs in there. Where's the last? No, it's putting in the red, so you can go the green. Grab all the red ones. I don't know if there's a bias. I think it produces more red than green, would be my guess. Considering they feel kind of balanced, yet if you remember, we built a massive project using the green wood, right? Oh yeah, we're going to pick up copper as well. Copper's another thing that we can pick up while we're here. Yeah! Smacking my head into a bone. It's how I traverse this thing I call home. Oh, let's see, there was a rhyme waiting for me there. Dang, I was like, oh, you're not going to land this one. Wait a minute, home. Perfect. Perfecto. Yeah, look at that. We got enough for one of those, but not a full box of the other one. Oh, no, we don't have an... Oh, well, I guess they're both staying here. If they're not full boxes, they ain't coming along for the ride. Yeah, I need to fill that thing up with bone meal. Sin says, I believe I found you through one of Mumbo's videos. You made a joke about napalm death, and that was enough. Gotta love napalm death, right? Okay. Yeah, so we've got those right. So copper. I'll bring across 1, 2, 3 of those. This one needs a little filling up. We've got a fancy one too. And then where have I left like more copper? Because I know I got some oxidized stuff. We'll probably end up picking some up now. Let's go see what we can find. Wait, which way is the way to the... For some reason I thought I had to go up here. Now, the way to the copper... My base is really weird to navigate. It is a very strange base. You've seen me bump my head into rib cages, bones, swimming up and down, going through water elevators. It's a little bit of a labyrinth, I'll give you that. This is the spot. Love the sound of napalm in the morning, says Lil Spagbowl. Dang. That sounds like a quote from one of those movies, right? One of those movies, hey? Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's what I was sort of looking for. Like, is there more copper down here? But there isn't more aged copper. Do I have that in here? I feel like I've now, like, lost track of some... Oh, I know where it is. I know where my copper stash is, but I absolutely probably now need to do some of this, right? And I forget how many stacks it is to reload, but... wrong side. We'll go do some reloading. Haven't done some reloading. Good Morning Vietnam, yes. Is that the one with Robin Williams? I watched Good Will Hunting a while back. It's a nice movie to watch every now and then, that one. You know, it's very tragic, the passing of Robin Williams. And I don't know if it's one of those things that's like there, or you sort of see it after, but like, whenever I see him like play those characters now, he always had that like, that sort of soft sadness in his characters. Like that little twinkle in his eye. And I think before he took his own life, like you probably didn't see it, but now I just feel like when I see him on camera, I like, you feel like you see it in him. It's yeah, it's really sad, but like I find it curious, like, is that the mind like creating stories there? Or can you actually see something like that? If I break that, like, I want to repair this correctly. So, the mechanism that detects... Yeah, let's do this correctly. It moves items up and down. And there is an item missing. So when that goes there... Aha. Okay, we did it correctly. I'm really glad I did it that way and not the other way. I do not understand or not comprehend the sheer size of this monstrosity. It's a beautiful, beautiful creation that we got over here. Chimichanga says, so Xisuma, I've been watching you for a long time. Now that I think back when Monkey Farm was still playing in generic B as well. How has the game kept you engaged and not gotten stale for you? What keeps you going? Well, I think the first thing is that it is a job, right? Like, it has definitely changed from being something that I play for fun, and it's been a job. But I think through the years, I've always had something interesting to be a part of. And find enjoyment in this thing. Like, if you were forced, like, and I say forced as in, well, let's not change the analogy. Like, if this were your job at some point, you'd find fun things to do in Minecraft. Like, it's still a fun game, right? And so, if you go back to the things I used to first do in Minecraft, they're not the same as the things that I do today. Your playstyle evolves, you get a better understanding of the game, you try out lots of different things, because Minecraft is, like, in some way infinitely replayable, and the best thing about that is that a lot of that infinite replayability comes from your creativity. And as a creative person, I always find it like a pleasurable pursuit to try and explore new avenues of creativity, and Minecraft happens to be the kind of game where you have a palette for that. If it were a game, I'm not sure what would be a fair comparison, but like an FPS game or a strategy game where you didn't get to inject your creativity, I would struggle to play it for so long, I imagine. Because games get boring quick for me when they reveal their mechanics and I understand, like, the scope of the game. If there isn't like a layer of creativity in there, then it gets dull. And, you know, the other thing about Minecraft is that it's like you play in the virtual world, but you make the virtual world your own. So there's that. And then there's you know, being a part of Hermitcraft. So it's not just something you're doing on your own. It's a social experience with other people. You get to see their creativity. You vibe and bounce off of one another. You inspire one another, which is cool. And then there's other stuff that I enjoy doing too, like covering the snapshots is really fun. It's a bit of a challenge, you know, like sometimes I think I put a bit too much pressure on myself with like trying to get that stuff out quick and, you know, have a high level of quality at the same time. And that mindset has sort of really been shifted into a good place as of late, let's say. I feel like I've found some good ideas this year and good ways to do what I do, and I'm just kind of like trying to hold on to it and make it all make sense. So after playing this game for 10 years, I still love tinkering around with Redstone. I still love like giving something an aesthetic and a look, and so I'm just continuing to explore that. And at some point it will come to an end, and I don't know when that will be. But Minecraft has many ways of being played, so, you know, it might be that I perhaps do less Hermitcraft and do more myth busting, or, you know, find other ways to play the game, really, I guess. God, that was a bit of a tangent, a bit of a waffle, weren't it? Jeez. Probably sent most of you to sleep. I'm glad you still enjoy it and find a lot of success in streaming it. Oh, I do videos as well, dude. I'm still doing the videos. Here's to hoping you many more years of fun and success. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Have you decided when the next season will begin, says Bonsai? Yeah, we have. It's official. Season 10 is going to start after Season 9 has finished. Can you believe it? It's official. Right, yeah, this bit here next. How many stacks have we got? Like, after I've done this... Do you know what? I wrote some stuff down on a sign at my ice farm earlier today, because I calculated how long it takes for the pick to break. You can sit on a with a netherite pick, you can sit on that ice farm for 2 hours, right? And I came back after 2 hours exact. 30 durability left. I was like, okay, that's a little close. Next time it'll be like 1 hour 55. That farm's amazing, by the way. I'm so glad it's up and running. I mean, maybe there's a great example right there of how you can play this game for 10 years. So we'll pop over to the ice farm and... Oh, did I do a silly thing where I wasn't paying attention? I think I just did a... Yeah. Or is it... No, something feels really odd. That block hasn't been pushed out. That's actually the same problem we encountered earlier, so I can go fix that again. Yeah, what I need to do here is just write it on a sign and put it in the world. I am a note taker. I like to keep track of ideas and thoughts so I don't forget about stuff. But there's a value to putting things in the world around you that I don't take advantage of enough. And I feel like this might be another moment because, sure, I could go write it in a list somewhere, but it's a little more immersive if the story is explained in the world. If, like, when you come in and out of this place, it reminds you of how many blocks you're going to get from a full harvest. Like, that's a pretty cool thing to have. So we're going to do that today. That is our goal for this project right now, is to remind ourselves of how much a full harvest is worth. Oh, by the way, Metallica's new record came out today. I gave it a listen. I've got a feeling like I listened to it twice in the morning, and I just feel like I've kind of like got a feel for the record straight away, and it's probably not going to change. But you know, I will continue to listen to it a few times. It is a very like play it safe yet competent record. There's nothing on that record they have never done before, and everything's just kind of like lean and kind of easy to digest yet enjoyable and fun, and it doesn't feel like there's any standout tracks yet, not really any stinkers or anything like that. It just feels very very competent, like a very competent approach to writing just some good decent songs, you know. And last time it was like Hardwired and Moth Onto the Flame were like, whoa, these are like great songs, you know, that they're going to be in Metallica set lists now. And I didn't hear anything like that on this record. There was one song though that does sound a bit like Moth to Flame again, like the same sort of structure and style. Cowboy Up, thank you so much for those cheers and biddies. Appreciate you supporting the channel with the biddies. Thank you so much. I hope you're entertained, enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us today. Sin says, I've not given it a listen yet, but not gonna lie, I've not been overly interested in this release. I haven't either, but I tuned in to check out the songs and the singles is what I mean, you know. Check out the singles. And I just had that sense of like, it's like not great. Well, no, I don't want to say it's not great. It sounds a bit negative. It's not terrible. And it's not the greatest thing ever. It's just very competent. Like, I don't need every song, like, I don't need to listen to Master of Puppets 24/7, right? Like, I can handle listening to a band play some music that isn't their best, right? And so I don't know. It's just like decent, enjoyable. But the thing is, if I continue to listen to it, maybe like it'll start to make more sense if some parts of it are good or bad, or yeah. Sometimes when you listen to a record like a few more times, then it starts to change its feeling. But I don't know. I just got this feeling like it's just this very like straightforward, easy to enjoy record, basically. What did you think of the new Ghost cover? Who did they cover? Are you saying they covered a Genesis song? Because, oh boy, that's going on the note list. I absolutely adore Genesis. And I would love to hear... Oh, what song of theirs would I like to hear them cover? I kind of don't want to hear them do... Oh, I tell you what. The song Mama by Genesis is incredible. There are songs in the world that just feel like they deserve their own like category or something, right? And I feel like Mama is one of those songs. It just feels so unique. Phil Collins, I think, is one of those singers where if you stop for a minute and just think, he's incredible. Like he was a really terrific singer. Like I say was like in his prime or whatever. And on Mama, like the whole thing is just like it's just a wild song. It's got its own like atmosphere and angle and the lyrics and the melody and the way it like comes across and that evil laugh that he does, just all that kind of stuff. I think I was gonna say like that era, the Phil Collins era of Genesis, I feel like would be a kind of easy song, like an easy era to pick something from and cover. But Mama would be a really interesting one to see his take on it. But I think the most interesting thing for me would be to hear them do something from the 70s, because that era of Genesis is different, and it kind of reminds me of how they went from like Ghost went from being a little bit more like Sabbathy, old school metal to like more of like a pop influenced. I don't know, pop influenced, right? But very much more pop leaning, and there's kind of a parallel with Genesis being like this, underground progressive, maybe not underground, but progressive rock type thing, and then becoming more of like a poppy powerhouse in the late 80s and 90s. And like that's kind of like Ghost trajectory a little bit, from something a bit more old school and raw into something more like a powerhouse with all those crafty, catchy melodies. They did Jesus He Knows Me. Oh no, that's what I don't like. That's what I don't want to hear. That's easy. Right, now that one came back out. That couldn't have come. That's the one that we fixed. Okay, so we need to include these in the count. Oh man, if I had sat here a little bit longer and told you what song I didn't want to hear them cover, it probably would have been Jesus He Knows Me. Because that's just too on the cheek. That's like Ghosts love to play into the Satanism and the occult and the mysticism stuff, and like to do such a directly religious critique song. I don't know about that. Hey, I'm not going to judge it. It might be good. Now, shouldn't we get an even amount of blocks out of this? So I'm going to round it up by 1, right? So let me just, I'm really great with the numbers. I don't need a calculator. What do you mean you're doing something off the camera? Shut up. So it was 64 times 7. Obviously it's 448. I mean, that's basic math, isn't it? Add 20 to that. Not that. Well, clicking noises. What are you talking about? 468. So we will get 468 each time. And I don't know what that is into a shulker box, really. It's going to be like 3 and a bit harvests. So every 4 harvests we get a shulker box, right? Let's go and create something down here for that. Don't let me forget that number. 468, right? I forgot what it was. Oh, dang it. Now I'm going to have to use my head again to 64 times 7 plus 20 equals 46. Yeah, it was 468. Yeah. Thanks, brain. You think after calculating it I would have remembered it, right? Symmetry. We love it. Okay. So somewhere in here I have useful things like that and this, and then somewhere else I have other useful things like a sign. A sign would be nice. A sign would be good. I've forgotten the number again. Dang it, I am so useless. 468, chat is telling me. Okay, 468, thanks. 1 harvest. Wait. Full harvest is 468 blocks. Let's do it like that. Blocks. 3.5 harvests. Full shulker. There you go. So now when I come into this area, I can be like, oh yeah, there you go. is 468 blocks, 3.5 harvests, full shulker. So maybe the language could have been a little clearer now that I think about it, but yeah. Cowboy Up says lol 468. Did I not write 468? Okay, I've got to do the math again. You're trolling me, aren't you? 468. It was 468. Gosh, what's that clicking noise? Shut up! There's no clicking noise. I'm really good with numbers. No, my fingers aren't crossed. God. So untrustworthy. What was the other thing I was going to do after this? I can't remember, but this place... Now, let me go check the list. Oh, I remember. It was to go pick up the other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I remember where it is. Let's go pick it up first, because I remember where it is now. Apparently Sabaton have covered Motorhead's 1916. Not sure how I feel about that. I really like Sabaton. They're an awesome band. I love watching the Sabaton History channel. That's how I got into them, because they teamed up with Indy Nidell, one of my favourite historians, and that was like an impetus to like really pay more attention to them, and then I listened to the Great War, or was that the second one? They did two on the Great War. The first one on the Great War like just absolutely pulled me in. I'm like, okay, I love this. Like I'm good. I like it. Oh, there's other things here to pick up. Like I'm gonna be selling this stuff, right? And the glow stuff. God, this inventory is so full. Where is my ink farm? Do you know what? We were over there earlier. It's the witch farm, isn't it? Yeah. I'm trying to remember where everything is. Like creating this mega project of farms and resources. Okay. Brain. Activate. Thank you, Brain. Brain's been activated. It's saying go up to go down, which makes a lot of sense. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I actually want like a full box. Thank you very much. So those other blocks will have to go somewhere else. What's in here? Just junk. Just lying around. Just lying around. Okay, Yep, not bad, not bad. Go back to over here. You're not hearing the clicking noises, and he is not using the calculator. Xisuma is very smart. He has 4 brain cells when playing Minecraft. Thank you. I would have said 3, but you were very generous. Gotta get up to get down. That's a tune, isn't it? Yeah. I can't remember. Do you remember that one, actually? Right. Down here is a good spot for me, as we need that copper to age. Well, actually, I don't, because I got a full box. But, hey, this is my spot for the end of the stream, peeps. I hope you've been entertained today. Stream way longer than I thought I was going to do, but I've had a good time. And we've done 2 streams. We did Legends, then this one. So, yeah. It'll be on the second channel real soon, the Legends stuff. So if you want to catch that, if you missed it earlier, that's the place to go find it. You know how we roll. We always do a raid. Who are we going to raid today? Let's find out. It'll be the Wren, the Diggity, the Dog. He's doing something with Cubfan. Interesting. I might go and join them in a bit. I got a little idea that I need a couple of hermits for. Anyway, right, I've got to wrap this up. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Thanks to all the mods, the patrons, the people gifting subs. I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.